I don't know where you want to land. Everywhere but over here. Yep, could you put yourself in a worse spot? Let's do it. Here's someone trying to make their way over to me. Who knows what mess I've caused on the other side. Come on, you. Let's see what's going on over here. Well, that was almost lethal. That's a very bad day. Anyone got the capacity to carry a large poop? Right, for the most part, we've sorted out them. We have an awful lot of dodo eggs being produced now. There's something flapping around. Somehow, some way, you've managed to get yourself stuck inside. I don't even know where you are. I don't know why you're still following me, I'll be honest with you. That's all you taken care of. Get my armor sorted. Well, get some of it sorted. I don't think we need more slate. Yeah, I think we've got plenty of slate colour. So I just pull the narco berries out. I want to throw in some red berries, I think. And tinsel berries. Get some more yellow as well. Maybe make some orange up. I don't know why some of these seem to take so long. The shotgun requires polymer to be repaired. That sucks. There are 46 tranquilizers now. 16 minutes for you. Oh, I don't remember what the other thing I needed. Oh, I was going to repair the shotgun. That was what I was going to do, but we cannot. So we'll just go and grab Barney now. Right, you are the fastest trial. Sadly, we're also flying around at night, which is useless, honestly. So let's not even bother doing that yet. Barney's just going to have to stay out there for a bit longer. Right, how's the dye situation going? Yeah, badly, because it's not being made. For some reason. Yellow dye is a thing. So it's orange, so I'm not sure why it's not working this time. I guess I should get started back on the build again. Well, trying to make progress with this anyway. Still can't really see over here. So I may want to wire something up to this side. Need an omnidirectional lamp is what I need. Right, where do we want general light being emitted? Probably over here. Either over here, on this. We could do further up. On this one, which we could also do. Or back here. We could actually stick it up here. As well. Or somewhere like there. like the way that looks at all. Yeah, I did have an inkling that was going to be the case, but it's one issue after the other, really. So, if we can't make another one of these, stick out this side. We can. Probably actually good to have one here as well. I'm actually going to keep making more of these. So I think over here, these triangle pieces... Oh, can we not... Oh no, because we need a foundation, that's why we can't put it there. That is not very fun. For me. No, I don't want to demolish the ceiling piece, I want to pick this up. Thank you. Once again, I need to take my armor off because it's weighing me down more. Also put these lights away for a minute. I know I did just make them for the sake of throwing them up now, but already distracted. Trying to fix this. Oh, it's because I was trying to make a platform for the light, that's why. I remember now. Requires a nearby foundation support. I get so sick of this game. I really do. Because I don't think these actually count as supports, which is great. Acts as a foundation, so you can build on fence walls. Whatever a fence wall is. Building system in this game is, as I always say, one of the worst aspects of the game entirely. There are a few things quite as bad as the ARK Survival Evolved building system in the game. It legitimately makes all of the game so much worse, and has very little reason to be quite as bad as it is, other than the fact it was attempting to be Rust. I think that it was never going to be, nor should it have even tried to be. Because it had its own stuff going for it. One of the things that I generally get almost excited for is the idea of, I wonder if this will work, is the idea of beating or moving on from this series, just so I can install the mod, the better build mod. I can't remember what it's called. It's like building S+. And it basically fixes all of the issues. It basically makes the game for it. It does the job of the game for the game. And it seems legitimately like one of the best mods that you could ever get for a game like this. For example, it is just, how many ways can you make a game just feel bad to play? Why would you want to make a game feel bad to play? Who knows, but there you go. Here we are. But what is the point of these? What is the point of these supports? Because if the whole point is you can stick these to the ground, you can do that just about anywhere anyway. So unless you can use it to build building pieces off like this, it won't serve any other purpose. Let me guess, you have to have this rotated around a certain way. And if you don't have it rotated around a certain way, which probably isn't bothered to be indicated by the game, because why would it? It will not fix properly. Instead of it just being based off of the orientation of the player. How well made, game. How well made you truly, truly are. Yep, yes, well done, game. Well done, that's what I'd want, isn't it? It's so irrationally bad. It doesn't make sense why it is quite as bad as it is, but it is very, very bad. Yep, why wouldn't you want to snap to the foundation on the floor? Why wouldn't you do that? Now, which way round does it face? Does it face the right way or the wrong way? Who knows? Who indeed knows? Right, so now we know that this is lined up with the wall. Now can we actually place this here? Yes, we can. So now we should be able to throw a wall up there. And now we just need to connect the ceilings and everything to that, which then going to mean it's out of line with the stairs, which is then going to cause further issues leading on from it, but it's just because these two things won't be connected, the wall there and this thing won't be connected to each other, technically. To a point where I may not even want to even try breaking it. And now we have to do the exact same thing that we just did of rinse and repeat, placing this down. Like, what is these snap angles, game? Like, it snaps to there, and then there, but it doesn't snap in a straight line. It's a little bit too close. Just try and go by the muck on the ground to line it up. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I really just do not have the patience for it. So that's as good as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna add... And yeah, I do realise that. Because of these gaps, people are gonna get stuck on it, but... ARK Survival Evolved. Not lined up at all, not even the same height, for whatever reason. I cannot do this on the inverse, can I? Oh, of course you can't do this on the inverse. Of course you can't do it on the inverse. You can't line it up with fences either. So the other thing I can think of is that maybe you can line it up with the underside of a fence foundation. But being that they don't stick to fence foundations on the floor, I'm going to doubt that they're going to do this up there either. It doesn't seem to even want to be able to be floating through in the air, so that's going to be a no as well. No, I can't select the fence foundation. This video game feels like an anti-self-harm campaign, because you'd consider it if you had to mess around with this build system. Very neat, actual length for time. Yeah, it makes sense, don't it? It makes sense that these two things are so out of line with each other that it's on a completely different height. At some point you have to cut your losses. At some point you genuinely just have to cut your losses, and I think that is the point. Damn good enough. The game that kills creativity, among everything else. Like a desire to play it. By the looks of it, you aren't allowed to place a ceiling onto the wall, especially because it doesn't consider it to be a foundation, because... Why? Why would it be? Maybe the fence will enable it to be that. Nope. Just in case it's a collision issue. It isn't. Oh, and that didn't count. Why would it? These still haven't made a coloured dye for some reason. Maybe it wants a different dye added in on top. I do not see this happening any other way of achieving this. And this is a similar setup as we had over that side, which caused, which I think is the reason why everything fell apart in the end. Like, glitched out. Because it was just a mess over there. In the same way it is over here now. So I don't have a lot of hope in the stability of this thing in the long term. And if it does break again, I don't think I'm going to bother fixing it. Not greatly, anyway. And that was the point of doing what I'm doing here, was to clean everything up. But there is just no... There is no such thing as cleaning something up in this game. And if it didn't feel like cheating, I would at this point turn around and say it seems justified to install the build mod, because it's... The build system is just unfinished. And for some reason this doesn't build here now either. At least one of these is connected to this, I think. Yeah. That doesn't work, because why would it? Oh, lovely. Well, let's just destroy the stairs as well, shall we? Oh. Why can I not walk? Why can I not walk under here, game? Oh my lord. This game is truly something else. Right, that is probably as good as this is going to possibly get. I don't think I can... I do not have the mental stamina to keep going with that, I'm afraid. It's just not doable for me. I cannot keep that up. Now we have to figure out a way to get into our room, which also now needs to be redesigned again. Like, these don't line up, do they? In any way? Even if they do, it's not going to work with the stairway. So what I could do is cannot build a roof there. If I build you there, can I still fit up the stairs? Just about. Do kind of bump my head on it, but... That is a very small price to pay in this game. No, that's not it. It is also not it. That's it. There you go. Now, does anyone remember the method in which we put the walls up? So what we could do is that. Come down here, and if it will let us, we can pick this one up to cover the side of the stairs, or we just leave it as is, visible. That gives us two ways around. Yeah, that might be the one. That might be the one. Then we actually get to use those triangle roof pieces. If you're gonna tell me that even this doesn't work, there's just no words, really. There is just no words. For what else would this be used for? But to close off the corner of a roof. Let's just assume that we need a wall. Thank all of the gods above. I was so ready for that to not be how that worked. Ugh, this game. Yeah, lovely, yep. And the other window goes on this side. Unless... do I want to incorporate this one into my room? This is sort of the overlook of the general base. I may actually take the door off of here. And instead of having a door just out of door frames. But if I break this lower wall, I think the entire upper walls above are going to fall apart. Irritating. Like that. And then 2 above those as well. I think we're out of wood anyway. I'm actually just gonna try and finish off this side of things. Needless to say, on the shopping list is more wood. More wood. Resources. Go away. All of my gear. Come back. Let's have a look at this lamp position while we're here. Probably just on this corner. Although I'll want to have my fences placed before I do that. Okay, sun powered for now. The question will then be, where do we put the power outlet? Because this gate's being moved as well. Either way, we have some more railings to throw up. I mean, the base is coming together again. It's becoming something. Right, has any dyes actually been produced in this time? Oh, yes, we have some red dye. Lovely. It did work in the end. I think it just needed some narco berries, maybe. Which is perfectly fine, because we have plenty of narco berries. Usually. That needs some more windows on it at some point. So the base is once again being brought back to life. Maybe this wasn't the brightest idea. Right, you two can get to work. And while you do that, I'll go looking to see if I can't find Barney. Found him. Please don't tell me you're already lost. Barney, for the love of all that is good, gracious and holy, can you please stop being dumb? Where are you, and what are you doing? I'm just going to land and to walk along the ground. Right there, I think we might be out of the area that he cannot move. Look at what I've just found. For some reason sitting up against a rock. So there could be just a bunch of dinos stuck next to rocks somewhere in here. But for now, we will just sort of fly through while whistling and hope that we can gather them up, generally. No. Not really what I had in mind. Right. You can go back up here. You know what, we should try or attempt to get that thing set up, but we need 2 more gates. At least, if not 3. Which means we need a good amount of stone. Right, where do I want these things? Really? Are they out of a line even when I use the snap? Well, in that case, we're not even going to bother using the snap. We will just phase them through each other. Maybe we even go up to 4, honestly. Half the stockpile's going to disappear in an instant, but the beavers do gather it up pretty quick. There we go. These lot have a far greater area to roam around in there.